Hello there, welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff happening in the VTuber world. And today we talk about the popular streamer Pokimane and how she's made so many VTubers and VTuber fans angry. So all this started very innocently. Pokimane was on her stream and she said something quite silly, saying, unfortunately there aren't that many huge female streamers, at least not on Kai and Speed's level.
I think Kai and Speed are incredible. And what they do is incredible. Also, when I think of them, I think of how much the audience has changed over the years as well. They're both two like young dudes who do kind of like unfortunately, there aren't that many like huge female streamers, at least not on their level, which I think reflects like nowadays the audience has in a way gone more to being a lot of like younger dudes, which is amazing. But I remember during the pandemic, I felt a much larger female presence, both in the audience and in regards to the streamers that we were seeing growing and becoming more popular.
I have wondered that, and I don't know like where you get this data actually, but even looking at the US election, right? And like the podcast strategies and thinking about how the audiences were heavily male and just wondering, and I don't know the answer, but like, has the internet gotten more male?
Oh my God, it's very hard for me to say about the entire internet, but I can very much tell you that the streaming landscape, let's say 7 years ago, very male dominated. It was the most even or as close to as you might get during the pandemic. And since then, it's gone back to being more male dominated.
And this right here is what pissed so many VTubers off. Because the way she worded it made it seem like female VTubers were not considered when she tried to say that there weren't enough female streamers in the world right now. And so that made a lot of people angry because for a while now, there have been some situations where people have tried separating VTubers from the female streamers, saying that they shouldn't be assessed in the same category, and that's why so many people are upset. Now, to a certain extent, I do agree that in the streamer world, outside of the VTuber industry, the streaming world is mostly male-dominated. Yes, I agree with that. And then it's opposite when in the VTuber industry, it's like more female-dominated. But the real issue here is that because she said there's not too many huge female streamers that are on par with certain streamers, it made it seem like a lot of VTubers were not considered when she said this.
Yeah, don't VTubers consistently reach similar numbers as these guys, or did they not count? I think that Kai and Speed are more popular than VTubers, and I think especially Speed is. But at the same time, there are a lot of VTubers that are a lot closer. I think that the most popular female streamers are VTubers, and I think that that will continue to be the case for quite a while.
With someone called Rock Solid saying, sorry Poki, plenty of people watch women. They just don't watch you. Real men watch VTubers, and then they provide this chart showing off how so many VTubers are dominating the streaming scene. So this kind of proves that there are many popular female streamers and most of them are VTubers. Now we have Tetone responding to Pokimane's theory that there aren't many huge female streamers on Kai and Speed's level. And he's saying that's because there's no other streamer on Kai or Speed's level. No one is grinding like them. No one is investing like them, male or female. Success isn't just given, you have to earn it. Stop making this a gender thing. It's weird AF. With someone saying Pokimane is an anime racist, VTuber supremacy. With some people questioning if Iron Mouse didn't count among the many huge female streamers on Kai and Speed's level. We had a female VTuber herself comment on the situation saying, oh, so VTubers aren't women? There are a large percentage of female VTuber fans that don't actually support women. In the same breath, you take to defend your Oshi, you'll call another VTuber an E-dot for posting a selfie. You want the cute persona, but not the real woman playing it. We had Skooma saying all huge female streamers are VTubers.
Get with the times. We don't like real women anymore. What, you mean these virtual women go online and make money and I have to spend 3 hours putting makeup on? Yep. Get over it, whore. Your days are over. Your womb is drying up. My womb is eternal.
some of the VTuber fans have started becoming a little hostile towards Pokimane, with one saying, so apparently Pokimane got her audience by playing the most by-the-book streaming games. Riveting. Here's a gremlin VTuber, Chibidoki, streaming in Spanish, with a threatening aura. See, this is entertaining. I feel so fulfilled looking at this. This shit belongs in the... I don't know how to pronounce that. I think that's a place in France.
¡Español! ¡Español! ¡No mames inglés!
Las frutas.
¡Las frutas!
Naranja.
¡Naranja!
Cerezas.
¡Ah!
Cerezas.
¡Cerezas!
Pera.
Pera. Fruta.
Okay, I think we've pretty much established that a lot of VTubers and VTuber fans are not happy with what Pokimane said regarding how there's not many huge female streamers on Kai and Speed's level, and there's a reason why so many VTubers and VTuber fans are upset at Pokimane, and that's not because they hate Pokimane. Most VTubers are neutral towards Pokimane. We barely take notice of her because we're in our little bubble. So the hatred isn't because we hate her and we deliberately chose to pick apart her words. No. It came from a different place. Remember what I said in the beginning about how a lot of VTubers were deliberately ignored when people talked about the success of many larger streamers? Well, there were a lot of incidents like that in the past year, and one of them involved a Stream Hatchet, which was a service that ranked streamers across a lot of platforms. Stream Hatchet deliberately ignored female VTubers when they were ranking the top 10 female streamers in August. You can see here, this is the chart, and Emiru is at the top, and all of them are normal humans, not a VTuber in sight. And that is pretty strange, because if you look at other charts, female VTubers are actually dominating. They are basically the top female streamers. Based on this chart, ranking the top 10 VTubers in August of 2024, you can see a lot of VTubers are dominating, with Aqua from Hololive getting 46,000 average viewers in first place, and we have Miko from the same agency getting 31,000 average viewers in the month of August. They are the first and second largest VTubers based on average viewers. But when you scroll up here and you look at the top 10 female streamers in August 2024, Emiru is the largest streamer here, with 19,000 average viewers, which is a lot, don't get me wrong, because Emiru is known as one of the largest female streamers on Twitch, on YouTube, etc. But it's still lower than Aqua and Nico, who are both VTubers. 46,000 and 31,000 average viewers means they should be put in front of Emiru. Emiru should not be first place. She should be third place or fourth place, I don't know. Somewhere behind Aqua and Nico, who are both female VTubers. Stream Hatchet is obviously excluding data to make female streamers who are not VTubers appear larger than they actually are. And this begs the question, why do female VTubers have to be separated from female streamers when we talk about data? A lot of people were angry and upset because by all metrics, female VTubers are still female streamers. So these two, Aqua and Miko, should have been up here as well, but they deliberately excluded VTubers so the normal human streamers could all be featured, and that feels kinda scummy to a lot of VTuber fans. We even had some people adding context saying the list excludes female streamers who are VTubers, with female VTubers included in the dataset. Emiru, the largest streamer in the top 10 female streamers in August, would be ranked 6th instead of first place, the following order being Fubuki in 5th place, she's a VTuber. Subaru in 4th place, he's a VTuber, also from Hololive. Pekora in 3rd place, he's a VTuber as well. Miko in 2nd place, she's a VTuber as well. Aqua in 1st place, she is a VTuber as well. And that means 1st to 5th place in this chart of the top 10 female streamers in August, ranked by average viewers, should have been all VTubers. The first 5 should have been VTubers. The ones at the end, the last 5, shouldn't even be there. Now you might try to say, oh wait, Stream Hatchet might not even know that VTubers existed. Maybe they just didn't have all the data. That's a common mistake. It's okay, right? But then you scroll down here and you look at the chart we were just using, top 10 VTubers in August. This is literally a graphic made by Stream Hatchet. So they knew all along. They knew that the top 5 female streamers should go here in the top 10 female streamers, but they chose to separate it. We had someone saying the hilarious fact of this is that if this list was fair and included female VTubers, your current top Emiru would only be 6th place. Wonder why the exclusion? And now all of you know exactly why VTuber fans were so upset when Pokimane said there aren't that many huge female streamers, at least not on Kai Cenat's level. It was because of things like this. Stream Hatchet is not the first one to exclude VTubers or separate datasets based on real humans and VTubers. There has been a lot of such incidents. That's why when Pokimane said the thing, a lot of VTuber fans became upset. That's why. Now, do VTuber fans hate Pokimane? Well, no. As someone who covers a lot of drama for the past few years, I can tell you straight up now that VTuber fans and VTubers don't care about Pokimane. We live in our own bubble. We don't care about them, okay? The only reason why this was brought up now was because there was a precedent of people separating datasets between female humans and female VTubers and not giving credit where credit is due. And now fast forward to today, we have a situation where credit is not given when it is due. Now, do I think Pokimane is completely wrong on this when she says our streaming scene is becoming more male dominated? Well, yes and no. First off, the streaming scene, even including VTubers, has always been male-dominated. That's just a fact. And I'm not talking male VTuber, I'm talking about the Kai Cenats of the world, the Ludwigs of the world, the J-Stats of the world, the Shrouds of the world. Streaming has always been male-dominated. So in a way, I do agree with this statement. Now, becoming more male-dominated, well, it has always been male-dominated, so I don't see how it's becoming more male-dominated when it's already been dominated by males since the dawn of time. Now, before we take a look at more statements from people trying to explain that in a way, there are actually not that many female streamers, both VTubers or FleshTubers, that are on Kai and Speed's level because, well, the CCV on Kai and Speed, like, streams is just incomparable. Like, most male streamers have trouble, like, getting onto their level. So saying that a lot of female streamers can't measure up to Kai and Speed is not really wrong. But more on that in a second, because I want to explain a little bit on what this Pokimane person is and how disliked she actually is. I think that this girl is a drama magnet, and that is because, literally, while she got into this VTuber controversy with, oh, there's not that many female streamers at Kai and Speed's level, she also got into controversy with another streamer called XQC, where Pokimane tried to downplay XQC's success. Now, XQC is a very large streamer. He had a $100 million contract with Kick, which is a separate streaming website aside from Twitch and YouTube. And Pokimane basically said that XQC didn't actually get a $100 million contract and that it was much smaller, which made XQC angry because he's been through this. This is not the first time Pokimane has tried to pass out on XQC's streaming contract, and that's why, you know, they're feuding now.
Headline about XQC getting $100 million from Kick.
But I've heard different things behind the scenes. You also don't know, oh, is part of that 100 million like equity?
Bro, I think they're still pushing that. Man, I honestly, I don't really get it that much. I don't really get it much. It is what it is.
Is it paid in different ways? Was it actually 100, or was it just a headline that makes everybody look good so nobody refutes it? I really cannot confirm or deny.
But you can confirm you've seen between $1 and $20 million of those exclusive contracts.
Which is freaking insane. And also, I'm talking about contracts.
So basically, what you're saying is that the Ninja 40 mil is also fake then, surely, right? Because Ninja was at what, 40 mil, I think, or 30? So I'm guessing that that's also fake. He probably had some equity or some peanuts. 20 mil is the bar, and you never heard about 40 mil. I thought everybody heard 30 mil, no? Yeah, what does behind the scenes mean? The contract was between me, my agent, and Eddie, right? My agent decided to leak it after some big fucking press release or some shit like that. I don't know what they did, but Pokimane, over here, heard something behind the scenes. Like, that's different. Like, who is like the behind the scenes? Like, who is any of these people? I don't get it. Who is saying what? Maybe it's this, maybe it's that, and people will say some things, and then that's behind the scenes talk, bro. That's not like some. I'm just saying that's not like some scientific like infiltrator data mining or something like that, bro. That's literally like public speculation.
Pokimane was also involved in a third controversy where he tried to turn Kendrick Lamar's performance at the halftime at Super Bowl into a race problem. Now, Pokimane was actually reacting to some people saying that Kendrick Lamar didn't deserve to perform at the Super Bowl halftime, saying only white people hated it, and I didn't want to say it.
With probably zero musical capabilities, think that Kendrick Lamar didn't deserve the halftime show. What? What do you mean? Like, sure, we could sit here all day and be like, oh, I actually think this artist deserved it. What? Only white people hated it. I didn't want to say it. As a white passing person, I didn't want to say that. But you saying that and me repeating that message, I'm just gonna let that sit. The people that I saw with this take the most were white men. Ain't nothing wrong with being a white man. That's not the point. My point is that, you know, I feel like if you watched his performance and really took it in, you'd be like, there are some underlying messages that the performance is trying to convey, especially during Black History Month. So you sitting there, again, respectfully, whatever, being like, oh, I don't think he deserved it. It's just like, stop, please. Please stop. Please. Please. Shh. Arrête. Please arrête. And if you don't know what that means stop in French.
And that just sounds silly, because why would you make it a race thing when it's just a performance? And this was pretty weird for a lot of people.
A ridiculous analysis of what we just watched. You can interlace messages and symbolism in music and performances, okay? But if you say, oh, you didn't like it, it's because you didn't understand. You were not meant to understand. This isn't some documentary or some puzzle that you're watching. The point of a halftime show isn't to give the world some puzzle to figure out and to guys, let me put down my beer and my peanuts. I'm at the bar right now. It's really fucking loud. Everybody's chanting some shit. Go Eagles, go bumfucks. Oh shit. I'm gonna put down the beer and my peanuts. Put that aside. Let me try to work on this puzzle right now. What does he mean by this? Hold on a minute. Another song came on. Another puzzle. Hold on. What does he mean? Now I say, dude, at the end of the show, I wasn't entertained. If the whole thing is meant to be some form of double entendre hidden message, of course you're gonna miss the mark. But don't act like it's people's fault for missing the mark. Don't put the blame on the people that are watching why they didn't get it. That is a ridiculous thing to say. Divided America is the message, not so I understand. Why do people use divisive language and divisive behavior to call out divisiveness? Explain to me how that makes any sense. Like, how are you going to say we need to progress past being divisive? Here, let me show you what to do. I'm going to divide us more, but more on our side. Bro, why don't you just lead by example? I don't understand it. How is that to do? If you know better, do better. What a dumb take.
I think you can see just the type of person that Pokimane is from those clips. She is very unlikable, very inflammatory, says things in a way that just riles people up. For no good reason as well. Literally no one was talking about her, and then all of a sudden she talks about something so stupid, she had dumb takes, and now almost the entire internet is now complaining. This girl right here, she is a drama magnet. So it's not just VTuber fans having a fit, it's VTuber fans having a fit at someone who is basically unlikable. In my personal opinion, if you get into 3 different controversies involving 3 different fan bases, VTuber fans, XQC fans, as well as the normies, because they're race thing, when no one's even trying to talk to you, then that's a you problem. She's just plain unlikable, and that's what triggers so many people. I think when you have a history of saying inflammatory remarks and getting called out for it, you are going to be more likely to be called out by more people when you say those types of remarks, whether intentionally to hurt someone or not. Now, Pokimane is partially right about the fact that male streamers dominate the streamer world. And after the backlash, there are some VTubers and VTuber fans trying to have a discussion of the situation, and this is it. We have this girl right here saying, I think that female VTubers dominate the VTuber space, but females and female content creators in general certainly don't dominate the streaming space. They are low on the totem pole in terms of hashtags in comparison to the top male creators on the platform, sadly. The gaming industry is a male-dominated industry in general. So I think that she has a point to what she's saying. That won't change anytime soon, but I'm sure I think it is a good thing that she brings it to the forefront since so many of us stick to our genre and our genre alone. We had this tomato person saying, just my 5 cents, Pokimane is right. Well, partially. That said, VTubers have created a massive space on the female side. They have some insane high highs of their own and an ecosystem of artists of all kinds. If you want to talk value, VTuber engagement is really OP. And here this tomato person has included a screenshot of the various statistics, and you can see Kai Cenat just overtakes so many different streamers. Look at the most watched US streamers. This is Kai Cenat. He's more than double like XQC and a lot of like conventional streamers. So yeah, in terms of female VTubers, compared to Kai Cenat, there are not many on his level, and I'm saying that as someone who does watch Hololive, Holo JP and Holo Ian. The reason why Pokimane got so much flack was because she has a track record of having bad takes, dumb remarks, is plain unlikable, and the VTuber fan base has been experiencing what I like to call a dataset segregation between VTubers and female streamers. We have Zero VTuber saying, everyone bringing up but VTubers conveniently leaves out that every large VTuber with Kai and Speed and KCO's numbers is corporate. I think she's referring to Hololive. You're comparing VTubers with marketing teams, management, etc. The guys who went live and popped off. Poki's right, there is no female equivalent. Zero, I agree with the fact that there are not that many female VTubers and female streamers on Kai and Ishowspeed's level because they are so large, but I think Hololive should be allowed to be compared with the rest of the streamer world because, well, it doesn't matter if they're corporate because they're competing with everyone else. Marketing teams, management, these things don't matter. If no one tunes in to that stream, whether it's a normal indie VTuber or Hololive VTuber, it doesn't matter how much marketing or management there is. These two things are worthless compared to the CCV. But I get what you're trying to say. You're trying to diffuse the situation. That's fine. That's fine. We even had some more toxic people. Well, like the previous person, this one is actually trying to insult us. With Pixel saying VTuber fans living in a bubble thinking the streamer world revolves around anime girls or being intentionally or unintentionally discriminatory towards women to dismiss Pokimane's point. Look, Pixel, let me just say this. We do live in a bubble. You got that right. But the reason why a lot of VTuber fans don't like what Pokimane said is because there is a history of people separating female VTuber and female streamer accomplishments. And Pokimane's words was in line of the separation part. That's why so many people disagreed with her words. It doesn't matter if she's intentionally or unintentionally saying that. That was what people felt. They're not trying to dismiss Pokimane's point. They are mad that people are trying to separate female streamers and female VTubers when we talk about accomplishments. Before we move on and end the video, I just want to say, it might seem that the entire VTuber industry is bad at Pokimane right now, but please be aware that the majority of the larger streamers like Ironmouth, Shy Lily, Chibidoki, as well as Hololive, well, in Hololive there's no way they would comment because it's corporate and there's no way anyone would allow them to respond to this controversy because it should be beneath them and it should be free of controversy because they are Hololive. But yeah, not many large VTubers are mad at this. As far as I'm aware, I haven't heard of anyone from VShoujo or Shy Lily saying anything about this. Could be wrong, but I didn't hear anything. At the end of the day, this is basically someone, or rather something, that will blow over. It's just a disagreement. It's just VTuber frustration bursting out because of certain circumstances. Most people will forget about this within a month or two. Getting mad at Pokimane doesn't really matter. Yes, she's unlikable. No one is contesting that. But getting mad at her doesn't change anything. A lot of people will still try to separate the accomplishments of female VTubers into female VTubers and female streamers that are not VTubers, that are human. That will not change for the next couple of years. It will take time, effort, understanding on both parts for people to try and perhaps finally accept VTubers as people who can be celebrated for their accomplishments. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. This is Terry Nebula signing out.